Starting off in the DayZ world, the first thing that I thought when I saw Arma 3's ability to do underwater swimming and scuba was whether a rifleman would be able to swim underwater, hold his breath, and loot a crash site underneath the ocean. Here you can see I've set up a quick mission that involves a rifleman, a rescue boat, and some items that I've placed underneath the surface of the ocean. A KA-60, which is actually just an actual usable vehicle that I've set to underneath the ocean, and then some set pieces as well as a couple of ammo crates and ammo boxes. As you can see, I'm dumping out my inventory and then getting into the boat as the captain. Just a thought for the developers, obviously I'm sure this is an early alpha problem and it'll be worked on, but the animations and the way the vehicles sit in the water right now definitely looks like an alpha, so I hope they are going to work on that in the future. As you can see, I've placed a barrel here in order to act as a buoy and a marker for the wreck site that I created underneath the ocean. Another note that as you're going to first person and breaching the water, you get essentially what is a sneak preview of what's under the ocean floor. So hopefully that will also be ironed out in the future. Something I think really worth noting is the realism of the swimming mechanics. As a scuba diver, I was really impressed on the first playthrough on how fluidly you're able to move through the water, change directions, and even transition from swimming forward to swimming backwards and even upside down, looking at the surface of the sea. It's very lifelike, and you know, much like the mechanics on land, they've been drastically improved, and it's very fluid. As an Arma player, I'm not exactly the greatest at looting ammo boxes, so you'll have to bear with me. But I am able to grab a couple of weapons here under the surface of the ocean, which I found to be pretty impressive. The only thing that I would note is you cannot access the gear menu, which I'd assume is some sort of issue with the actual UI. As once you're swimming, you can't perform certain tasks. The other thing you'll note is that as soon as I hear my heart rate beginning to increase, and almost upon the first gulp, I immediately head for the surface, as it's really a race against time. As you'll see at the end of this, I get pretty close to blacking out before actually breaching the surface. As you'll see here, I'm able to gasp for breath pretty quickly. But what I've found in actually running through this test mission a few times is that as a normal player, breaching the surface of the water alone is not enough. The camera actually has to come through as well before you will gasp for air. So I've actually died several times on the surface of the water. Some more alpha tester notes for the developers. Obviously, you can see that not only in the main screen here that I'm recording, you get a lot of cut through on the object models when you zoom in and around the edges of them. But also, I'm playing with 3 screens in Eyefinity, and some of the model cut-throughs are pretty drastic. Almost all of the primary weapons don't include a view for the buttstock in the right screen on an Eyefinity setup. Alright, back on land, and you can see the original weapons I spawned with I've dropped in the ground, and I now have the N-Law and the other MX weapon as well in my primary, and I also have the secondary PO7, is it? Again. Also, don't forget to remap that gear menu button, kids, because I didn't, and it ends pretty poorly for me in about a second. Nothing says welcome to our alpha quite like a grenade to the face when you go to press the button that's been your inventory button for about 5 years. Another note for the developers is that I'm not sure what the result of this is or how I caused this. I think it has to do with having the no weapon going into the water, picking up a weapon and never reloading or firing it. But as you can see, when I go to heal myself here, it just won't happen. So I actually end up having to pick up one of the weapons, reload it, fire it, at which point I can then heal myself. So not sure if that's a repeatable, testable bug or not, or if it's just something that just happened to happen.